getting set up. Okay. Let's get it set up here. Why it's not showing up? All right. Okay, good. No one's here yet. Okay, hello everybody. I'm just getting set up still. Okay. There we go. Okay. Yay. Excellent. All right. I'm a little early, but I just thought I would get set up and get everything ready to go. All right. I hope everybody is happy and well. I'm a little early. Hello, Heavenly Held. How are you? And Jeffrey Goldings. Hello, Jeffrey. Welcome to the reading. New here to your channel. Something told me to show up and watch. Just stop and watch. Right on. Excellent. I'm so glad. So glad. Okay. So we're just gonna. Okay. What time is it now? 54. 6 minutes. All right. I hope everybody is well wherever you are in the world. So glad, Heavenly Held. So very glad. Right on. Yay. Excellent. So this is my 1 year anniversary being on the channel. So good. Yeah, I remember when I first started this, I was terrified, absolutely terrified. But my channel, my readings have improved quite a lot since then. A lot of learning, a lot of reading, a lot of research, just a lot of improving. All right. So I'm going to be starting this today's reading with the Animals Divine. This is the deck Animals Divine by Lisa Hunt. They don't make this deck anymore. I'm honored to be here. Oh, I'm so honored that you're here, Heavenly Held. That's amazing. Congrats. So happy for you. Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you so very, very, very much. It's excellent. Yeah, and that's, being just the experiences of my life. I really wanted to, this channel is my gift to the world, just giving back of the experiences and knowledge that I've attained over the years of my life. And I didn't want to go into like personal counseling because I was like, nah, I don't want to do that. I want to already be talking to people who are already on their way. I thought about being a social worker, but there's no way I could have handled that. So yeah, and just this is what gives me joy. And it taps into the mysterious realm. Like tarot is so incredibly mysterious, you know, and they don't really know where it comes from, where it originates. Some people think it comes from Egypt. Some people think it comes from the Kabbalah, the Tree of Life. Yeah, I like to think it comes from the Tree of Life. And I know that it's interesting. I was studying a lot last night. I did some research on voodoo. And I wanted to learn about, you know, what is this thing with voodoo? And there was an African American man on YouTube, and he wanted to know because he found out his mom was from Africa, and he wanted to understand. And a lot of the propaganda about voodoo, the forbidden aspect of voodoo, stems from racism. I was shocked when I heard that. What? And yes, I was just shocked. I watched this whole video. It was about 10 minutes long. Brilliant video. And yeah, very, very interesting, very powerful. Holy African spirituality is incredibly powerful. You know, what beautiful, beautiful people. Very, very beautiful people. And they call themselves also indigenous. You know, I just think that's awesome. We're all indigenous. If you're born on the earth, you are indigenous. Okay, Creator, please bless this reading. Please bring in the knowledge and the wisdom of the Most High for the collective and for whoever you bring to this reading. All right. Me too, Heavenly Hells. Yes, I like to learn new things too. You know, just there was a lady on the video. She said she was I think she said she was something like voodoo had been. She was African American, and she was from Africa, and she had said she had been taught that voodoo was like evil and all these things until she was called by it. And that's how I felt about tarot. So when she stated that, I was like, oh my gosh, like that's incredible. And she started practicing it. And yes, there's evil sides to it. Of course, there's evil sides to everything, you know, everything. There's a light and a dark. And you make your choice, you know, you make your choices. And with those choices come consequences. You know, so totally, but interesting, very, very, I liked they touched a little bit on the like evil side of voodoo, and that was a little bit, you know, why anyone would want to do that, I don't know, but whatever, everyone has their own reasons behind whatever that they do, but the part for healing, for bringing the dead back to life, for like all of it, it was really cool. It was very, very cool. So just really powerful. It made an imprint on me. Okay. Because that's how I felt when I came into tarot. I was right out of Christianity, and I'm still, Christ and I have a very, very close relationship with Jesus Christ, but it is not religious. It is real. It is it's personal. It's inescapably personal. And I think that's what we all find when we come out of religion. When we come out of religion, is it becomes very personal. You won't find that in the church. You won't find that in the church. You know, I didn't anyway. I didn't. I can only speak for myself. Okay. Creator, what is the message? What is the message for the viewers today? What is the message? Who have you called to this reading and why? And what is the message for them? Okay. In fact, you know, I find more spirit and more tangible essence of spirit connection relation to the spirit in tarot than I did in the church. Like how ironic is that? Okay, we're gonna begin. This is just a 3-card spirit check-in. This is a general check-in. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the Page of Cups. So interesting, all these cards are all upright. We've got the 9 of Wands, Snake. That's powerful energy, very powerful. This is in your recent past. In your current energies, we've got the Ace of Pentacles, represented by the guinea pig. And Ceranos, the Hermit. Ooh. Hello, Tilsetso Malay. How are you? So glad to see you here. Right on, everybody. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so what I'm seeing here right off the bat, right off the hop, interesting that African religion and voodoo and spirituality and the mystery opened this reading with that, because that's what I'm feeling in here. The 9 of Wands. This is about grit, but this is also about you. You are a force to be reckoned with. You are an unshakable force, unshakable. Whatever you've come through in your life whatever you've learned, look at this snake as he slithers through many spirals. Spirals are, and there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4 spirals on the earth. And then there's 2 spirals set in stone. Okay. Spirals are indicative to me of unending cosmic evolution. They're also indicative of conflict. When you put 2 opposites together, you get a spiral. So now, okay, they're asking me to speak about balance, okay? When you bring 2 opposites together, for them to be perfectly balanced means there's no movement, means you are entering into immobility. There has to be a direct proportionality. Okay. So whatever conflicts you have come through has given you a right measure of balance, but it doesn't mean both scales are equal. When both scales are equal, that means there's no movement. You won't go anywhere. The force, the inertia of each side is exact. So you won't go anywhere. One of the stories I heard about this was told by a woman on the channel Conscious TV. She told a story about, she took an ayahuasca, a dose of ayahuasca under the guidance of a shaman. And she said her brother, and she was like, when she told the story, she was like, and when she had this experience, she was in her late 60s. And her younger brother, who was in his 50s, he was an Aikido master, and he had passed away. And she said there was hundreds and hundreds of people at his funeral. He was very, very loved. But she felt him, after his death, she missed him very much. She wanted to connect with him. So when she went when she took ayahuasca, that was part of her goal, was she wanted to connect with him. And so while she was under the influence, she traveled through the universe looking for him. And she said, love conquers all. So love will find, love always finds. And she found him. And he was, the way she described him was she saw his face in a round orb. Half of his face was this beautiful, pure light that was love, and it was like almost like the face of the child that she remembered him as, because she was older than him. The other half of his face was very angry and twisted and distorted and malicious looking. And she said, oh my gosh, I found you and I missed you so much. And his And both of these halves of his face were exactly equal. And she saw that he was stuck because both halves of his face were exactly of the same measure. So he couldn't move anywhere. There was no movement. And she began to talk to him, and he didn't believe her. The twisted side of his face was all like angry and rawr. And she said, "Do you remember when I taught you how to tie your shoelaces? You remember when we went tobogganing and you went tumbling down the hill or whatever?" And she brought up all his memories. And all of a sudden, the angry part of his face began to soften. And he recognized her, and a tear came out of his eye. And she said, "Give me the parts of you that you haven't processed, the parts of you that you didn't have a chance." Because on the earth, our perception of balance is having both scales exactly balanced. To the outside world, that looks like you're a perfect being, you are completely in balance. But in the eyes of the spirit realm, they see you as stuck. You're stuck. And so she said, "Give me the part of yourself that's all twisted and angry. Give me that part of you, and I will work through that in my life. Whatever life I have left, the years I have left on the planet," she said, "I will work that through." And he totally did. He gave that part of her, and he was able to move on and find his way wherever he needed to go. So this is what I'm seeing about balance. Spiral, we live in a spiral galaxy. We live in duality. And in order to move through duality, you have to have a part of yourself that is stronger than the other part. Your self-love must be stronger than your love for the group. Or your love for the group must be stronger than your love for yourself if you're not quite home yet. I speak from that from my own experiences being a 60 scoop. My faith in my family was greater than it was in myself. But that had to change. Now my love for myself is greater than my love for anybody. And that took me 50 years to get here. So absolutely. So what I'm seeing for you is that you have gone through so many, and the spirals that are set in stone, those are unresolvable conflicts. Unresolvable. They're set in stone, which means you were probably born into these conflicts. These conflicts probably existed here on the planet. Were karmic wheels that may take hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years to resolve. Generations of people resolving this. So you were born into these, but whatever conflicts you have gone through, it has made you incredibly wise, incredibly resilient, very strong. You are immovable. You are an unshakable force. And that's what this is. Your current energy is the Ace of Pentacles. Again, there's another spiral on the stone. Right there. Another spiral set in stone. When we have unresolved conflicts, there's a higher purpose for it. Unresolved conflicts are often under contract. I can't even say often, they're always under contracts. The truth is what is. Falsehood is what seems to be. So we often think that I should have been through this conflict. I should have been over this. I should have found a resolve. I should have whatever. Yeah, you can find a resolve for you, but you can't control the other person. You can't control the other people. So, and even trying to wait for answers that maybe they're not willing to give, like, nope, they're keeping their mouth closed. They're not willing to give. They're not willing to, maybe they don't even know, who knows? But conflicts that are unresolvable are often under contract because they serve a higher purpose. It's like, okay. If say you're in a fight with a friend or however, and if that friend apologized to you, the reason why it needs to be under contract to be unresolvable for you is because, and I speak this from my own experience also too, is because oftentimes I would have settled on their apology rather than going the farther door to find myself. Do you see what I'm saying? Like that's it. So it's kind of like they're under contract to not apologize. They're under contract to not resolve this. Whatever this is under contract so that you can emerge through like a new plant pushing through the soil, pushing through all the resistance of the earth and the darkness and the insects and the worms and all of it that is crawling, and you're thriving. You are thriving like the root through the stones and the earth and the other roots that you're fighting your way through in order to push through into the open air, into the light. And so that's what this is, and that's why you are incredibly strong. You've gone through many unresolvable contracts, many, in order to come out the true solid like King of Pentacles. You know, that's like King of Pentacles is solid. And that's what I'm seeing here with the Ace of Pentacles. I'm seeing this as like you already coming through one revolution of the zodiac and starting again, starting a new cycle, a brand new cycle. Solid. You know who you are. Absolutely. And the Hermit, okay, so the Ace of Pentacles, I'm seeing this as an opportunity that is coming towards you, that you're going to have to go into the Hermit about, and I'm not feeling this is to resolve a conflict. I'm not feeling this at all, because you're very, you have a sense of arrival. I feel a sense of arrival in you, for you, about you. Plus, snakes are like sexual balanced energy, creative energy. Their belly is on the earth. That is indicative of humility. Very close to the earth, a very close connection to the earth. So with the Hermit energy, I'm feeling that this has to do with, I don't know if I should even be saying this on the channel, but I'm going to say it anyway. Some sort of magician energy, some sort of sacred work that you are called in. It's like, it's so interesting. We talked about voodoo and the lady that wasn't involved in it, and all of a sudden she was called by it. Kind of when it's okay, that's okay. Thank you. You're being called into a mystery school. You're being called into a mystery school of some kind, of some way. Maybe it's your own mystery school. Maybe it's you and the creator going into a contract, you know. And this requires, I don't know if you've ever seen The Ninth Gate with, what's his name? Johnny Depp. This book, The Ninth Gate, you know, they talk about it's about the path to the devil. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's about a path to the human soul. And the castle at the end of the movie, that's the soul. I recommend reading Caroline Myss's book, Entering the Castle. She was guided to write this book by Teresa of Avila. And Teresa was, what was she? She was a nun. Some kind of a nun, but she inspired Caroline Myss to write this book. So one of the rules of entering the soul is you're entering into power within you. Okay, look into your past and something that used to work for you that was a mysterious thing and only you knew about it. You know, you could get a certain thing to work out for you if you did a certain thing or thought a certain way, and only you knew this. But when you shared this with somebody, all of a sudden it no longer worked. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so certain things that you're going to be going into the hermit mode, this, you are entering in, okay, what I see here through the Nine of Wands is initiation. You've been initiated into an opportunity that is coming towards you, that is going to be requiring you to enter into quiet, contract, sacred contract with you and the Creator, you and the divine. Very interesting. The Page of Cups. So yes, this has to do with your sensitivity, your capacity to dream, your capacity to imagine. Okay, magi, imagine, magi. The word imagine holds the word magician in it. Magi. What else is it? Imagination. 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 And that's what I mean. There's you're the magician within you is being called inward. Inward. Okay, let's see what people are saying. I'm just gonna put a happy face here so I can, oh geez. Read the last comment. Okay. Sharing, share, support is always great energy exchange. Oh, Heavenly Health, you're awesome. Thank you so much. Question, and yes, and questions can come at the end of the reading. Okay, you guys can ask me some questions, and I'm going to take probably 4 questions, okay, just for the sake of time. Okay, let's do some clarification on this. Creator, what is the 9 of Wands? Holy, what a powerful reading. I was not expecting this energy. I can feel it. It's thick. It's a thick energy. Like mist, like a mist, like a thick, like a, not steam, but like people of the mist, you know, very mysterious. Okay, so what is the 9 of Wands, Creator? Okay. One more, okay. Okay. I feel like I can feel things around me just very carefully. I think this message wants to come out very carefully. Okay. Oof, beautiful. Okay. What? Okay, this is interesting. And what's on the bottom of the deck for the clarifiers? The 8 of Swords in reverse. Ha ha ha! Beautiful, beautiful. Inner mental chains falling off you, coming off. Release. That's what this is about. This is about release. Okay, so we're going to look at these cards individually. So the first card out with this was the 10 of Pentacles. This is with the 9 of Wands, the 10 of Pentacles. So you've got 10 of Pentacles, the Hermit again, the 9 of Wands again, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, and the 3 of Pentacles upright. Yes, that's exactly what this is you came through the culmination of your experiences and your knowledge of yourself is what carried you through some very difficult conflicts, very difficult scenarios, situations, circumstances. You are no stranger to going inward. You are no stranger to going inward. Absolutely. You are one hell of an unshakable force. Absolutely. Yeah, you are coming out of a time in your life when you were not choosing to, you're not choosing to use your energy irresponsibly and efficiently anymore. Whatever's happened with you has kind of been like, I can see you coming into like the tip of the arrow, the tip of the arrow. Your consciousness coming very clear, very focused. And you are rebuilding and collaborating, but I'm feeling this is first with yourself, people who resonate with you also, that are on your wavelength, people who nurture you, who feed your soul, who support you. Okay, so in your current energies, the Ace of Pentacles, you've got the Fool starting out, and you're nobody's fool. I'll tell you that right now, you're nobody's fool. So you are starting out on a brand new path. You know, my auntie always says when your life is changing, you're about to step off the edge of the earth. And that's what I'm feeling. You're stepping off and that's what this Ace of Pentacles is an opportunity to step into the unknown, to step into an unknown. And I feel like the hand of the universe is right there to catch you. As you step off, the hand of the universe catches you, your own soul. You're planting a new garden, Seven of Pentacles. So you'll be working very hard, planting new, because you are the garden. You are the garden. Your life is the garden. Your life is the garden that you grow whatever you plant, and your word is your seed. Your intention is your seeds. Your light is your seed. Your consciousness are your seeds. So you are growing some new, ooh, my favorite card in the whole deck, the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords corresponds to me, to the Greek pantheon. And I'm feeling like this has already happened to bring you into this. Well, okay, for some of you it has already happened. For some of you, you have yet to experience this new experience, opportunity that's coming towards you, that you've already, some of you have already initiated into it. Some of you, you're going to be, it's going to be, you need to leave something behind. So part of you is still hanging on to, or not necessarily hanging on to, but still within the land of the dead. The Six of Swords to me always corresponds to the Greek pantheon, to when Hercules or whoever leaves the land of the dead and has to pay Charon, the ferryman. And you can't pay Charon gold and silver and money. That's totally useless. The only thing that works with Charon is the truth, your truth. Your vulnerable, naked, pure truth about you. So what part of you is still in the land of the dead? So the land of the dead is the land of your life that no longer serves you. It's a part of yourself that no longer serves you. And you leaving this place, you need to tell, and I'm feeling like whoever this is, leaving a boat with their little child, you know, and I'm seeing this as your own innocence. You know, so some of you could be leaving a marriage or a partnership with your child, you know, that is also a possibility also too, but I'm feeling this is more your own innocence. That you, okay, it's like a soul retrieval. I just heard soul retrieval. So going into the underworld, so whatever, that's what conflicts are. Sometimes betrayal will cause us to go into the underworld of self-doubt and shame and confusion and all of it, where you have to straighten yourself out. You have to develop the antidote the antidote. And how do you develop the antidote of betrayal? By trusting yourself. And that's what this is. That's what this is. Something happened that cast you into the underworld to get a piece of yourself, a piece of your own soul. And that's what this is. Therefore, you will have no problem telling Sharon the truth, because you know exactly what you're doing. You know exactly what you're doing. Okay, yes, absolutely, because you are coming out from under a very tyrannical, overbearing, cruel type of leadership. So this could be the land of the dead that you are leaving. This could be some sort of somebody in your life that was not fair to you, was overbearing, cruel, that couldn't see you where you are, that wasn't interested in seeing you where you are. And you're overcoming this, and overcoming this, you're entering into rest. And you see the sword that's lying under the length. Oh, thank you so much. Oh my goodness, thank you for the $2. Oh, you're awesome. 16 UK Ryan, 16 UK Ryan, thank you. So there's a sword underneath this person as they're lying in bed. This sword is the truth that you have spoken. That is a sword that you can rest upon, that will have your back, that will protect you, that will allow you to rest and recover after coming out of a very dark leadership, cruel leadership, psychologically violent, I'm hearing. Okay. Because this is bringing you further into you. And you know what I'm feeling out of this is you are the mystery school. You're not going into some other thing. You're going into you. Because that's what these cards are telling me. This is you cutting off. It's like a candle. You know when the wick of the candle gets really, really long and the flame, there's more black smoke that comes out of the candle? When you trim your wick, and you trim your wick, and all of a sudden the flame can be very small, efficient, and bright. Oh, I'm so glad to see you, Free. Oh, Tilsetto Mele said, Joe, I lost my parents when I was young, been angry inside of me but I grow up hiding all the pain inside of me and I don't talk about it at all, but I've been healing lately. Yes, 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 that is beautiful. I love that. Oh, that's beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. I love that. I'm so glad. I am so glad. And that's it. That's it. You know, and we don't enter into healing unless we're called, you know, and I'm feeling that is exactly, you were ready. You were totally ready. It's beautiful. Oh, thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you, Jeffrey. You're so beautiful. Thank you so very, very much. So that's, yes, yes. Strong muscles, you know, healing, very, very strong. Okay, and in the future energies coming up, we've got Judgment in reverse, the Queen of Wands in reverse. Yes, this is contractual. The Page of Cups in reverse, the Three of Cups in reverse, and the Moon in reverse. So okay, so that's what I mean. These are, you know, who was it that said that? Tilsetto, losing her parents. That's an unresolvable wound, you know. It's not that it's unresolvable. Death is death. We never get over death. How do you get over death? How do you get over somebody that you love? That becomes integrated as part of your life. That becomes part of you. It's like Megan Devine in her interview. She had lost her husband and people in her life were like, are you still grieving about him? It's been like a year. And she was just like, screw you. Don't tell me how long I should be grieving or not. So in her process of climbing more into her grief and trying to move through it, there's the imbalance of scales. Her grief was heavy, so that allowed her to move through and take her where she needed to go. In that, she spoke to a 90-year-old woman. She was doing a project about grief, and she spoke to this 90-year-old woman, and she said the first thing out of this woman's mouth was, I think she said, I lost my first two sons. And that was the first thing out of her mouth. And Megan Devine was like, oh, of course you're still talking about this. Of course you're still talking about this. You're finding a way to integrate this into your life. And that's it. That's it. The things we experience, yes, and those are the things that make us unshakable, unmovable, because they're yours, they're about you. Absolutely. And you know yourself in them. Yes. I had a question and a lot of my life. I had that question. Yes. Oh my goodness. Yes, Pre-Queen says exactly. Grief is like a friend inside that never goes away. Better offer it a seat in your heart. Exactly. Clear a seat at the table in your heart. Exactly. That's beautiful. Okay, so in this, in the future energies coming up, so the Judgment in reverse, there was somebody in your life. Maybe this is you or maybe this is somebody else, but somebody could not meet the facts as they were. They couldn't face the facts as they are. This is what's coming up to you in your future, or this could have already happened also. Okay, so somebody in your life could not face the facts, could not meet you where you are, could not meet you where you are, could not meet the circumstances of your life as it was. Yes, the Queen of Wands in reverse. This is the karmic card. So there was karma that did not come in for you. Justice. Whoever this was, this is a person who cannot, she's manipulative. And maybe this person can't, I say she because of the Queen of Wands, but don't get lost in gender. This is a person of power that cannot see. They cannot, they're manipulative. They are insecure, and they can't, okay. Okay, I'm just going to blurt this out. When somebody refuses to empower you or see you as empowered, see the changes you have made in your own life about yourself, it's because they're terrified. Okay, I'm just going to pretend I'm going to speak as them. If I empower you, or if I empower him or empower her, they might become more powerful than me or have more power than so I can't. And that's what I'm feeling. This person, they will sacrifice their relationship to other people as a means of extreme self-protection. So whoever this is incredibly insecure, has not landed home in their own lives yet. And yeah, the Queen of Wands is a position of power, but this may be relative to you. Maybe this is a parent. Maybe this is an older sibling. Maybe this is somebody who was a teacher or an older neighbor. Yes, we hold on to the pain because we fear we forget. I remember having that fear too, or feeling guilty for laughing after a while. Like, that is just not appropriate with such grief inside. Yes, it's true. That's true. It's very, very true. Yeah, so you can always tell that when a person refuses to empower somebody else or even you, you can feel where they're coming from, and they're coming from an extreme sense of fear, lack, insecurity. And if they empower you, they're afraid that they won't get back, they won't be empowered. But it takes power to empower others. So people like this are often live in a world of scarcity because, yes, they have not healed. They have not healed from when their power was taken from them. They haven't gone into their own hermit mode in order to find their own answers. So that's it. I'm feeling that this person doesn't have the imagination that you have, doesn't have the sensitivity that you have. Because of this, there's not a lot of collaboration or celebration with these people, with this person. I'm feeling like it will come to a close. This contract will be coming to a close, whoever this is in your life. And it's time. It's time. And I'm feeling like you're going to be becoming very, very clear about this. Not only that, the moon in reverse, I see this as clarity. The moon to me is high priestess energy. So what I'm seeing is you are going to trust. The high priest trusts herself, themselves. It is the part of ourself that has the capacity to receive from the higher dimensions and from the underworld wisdom, insight. They're not disempowered. A high priestess knows who they are, and they trust themselves. They trust their light, they trust their dark, they trust duality, they trust the unity, they trust the fight, they trust the peace. They're both. They are the tension between two opposites. They are that. You are that. You are the tension of two opposites within you, between duality and unity. We live that every day, trying to be myself within a greater group, within being myself within a group without losing my sovereignty, without losing my voice, without losing my sense of self to the group. That is the high priestess. Absolutely. So I feel that you will trust your high priestess to get you through a situation. This is furthering. How does this correspond to a mystery school? Okay, this is a mystery school because of the wisdom you are going to gain out of this, because of the wisdom you are going to know. Nobody can give you this. No counselor, not even me. No shaman, not me, no counselor, not anybody, only you, because you speak your own language. Your soul is what will give this to you. You are the mystery school. And that's what I'm feeling. This doesn't have this. You're not going into some okay. And I'll tell you a secret too. When people talk about mystery schools, like actual mystery schools, the real true mystery schools that work and that are successful are the mystery schools that are one-on-one. Lodges don't work. Lodges, because people are people, and we fall prey to gossip and whatever goes on in mystery schools, right? So you are the mystery school. It is you. And the creator and the people in your life are set up in ways of contracts to empower you, to bring you to you. It's like, I'm hearing Caroline Myss when she talks about this in the sacred contracts about all you want is this person's approval, and this person refuses to give you approval. Or they're driving you crazy, but you don't know that they're under contract to drive you crazy, I just started laughing. I thought, oh my God, that's so true. It's so accurate. 1-1, I was thinking about that today, how I don't want to speak to crowds and I like one-to-one better. Told God to send me my future clientele if he wants me to help someone. Wow, this so resonates. Yes. Because lodges don't work. You'll get the students gossiping about the teacher, or whatever, the teacher and student gossiping about other students. It happens. We're human beings. But when you're one to one, that's totally different. That's totally different. So beautiful. Okay, let's have an Egyptian Gods Oracle deck, please, to close this reading off. Yes, and that's why you come out. You come out of an inner prison. And that's just it. I can't even tell you how many people that I wanted their approval. And when I let go of that is when I released myself from that and came out of my own self-victimization and self-approval, because I wanted to be somebody in their eyes. And God was like, no, you need to be somebody in your own eyes before you need to see yourself before anybody else is going to really see you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what this is about, is you seeing you clearly, true, empowered, sovereign, free. Okay. Absolutely. Okay. Beautiful energy. Beautiful, beautiful. Death and rebirth, Osiris. This is number 6. Of course, this could be number 6. Maybe number 6 is significant to you in some way, but I usually correspond these numbers to the numerology of your birth chart, of the zodiacal wheel, the astrological wheel. So the 6th house corresponds to health, inner work, outer work, and our service to humanity. Okay, and death and rebirth. This is beautiful. Okay, 6. And 6 is also the most perfect and balanced number in the entire numerological system. Okay, Osiris. He is the eldest son of Geb and Nut. He is often depicted as a mummy with black or green skin, which symbolizes the vital spirit of earth and vegetation. Osiris is a just, compassionate God. He is the God of suffering, victims, and the oppressed, and as such, he suffers with mortals. All the power of fertility and reproduction resides within him, the cycle of death and rebirth. He presages the end of a cycle. What are we just talking about here? He presages the end of a cycle of a family relationship or friendship. Welcome a new situation with confidence, even if it is different from what you have experienced up until now. Abandon the old order. So no more looking to them for power. It's looking to yourself. You're the mystery school. Always remember to be thankful for your life day after day, whether it is good or bad. Only in this way will honor and luck be your companions. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. All right, so that takes care of the reading. Okay, what's everyone saying? Okay, let's see what's going on here. Okay, heavenly health, because nobody seems to be interested, so becomes like a locket deep within all. God calls to be a vessel. Seems to be interest. Some people simply aren't able to connect to themselves, and we intimidate them and bring out many immature emotions in them. Yes, it's so very true. That is so very, very true. Sometimes it's like what Iyanla said, or no, sorry, this was Maya Angelou. She said, truth is light. And she said, when you speak the truth to people that are not conscious, and you're just showing up in your natural capacity, and you speak the truth in your natural capacity, she said, it is exactly like turning on the light in a darkened room where people are sleeping. and they're going to be like, turn off the light. And they're going to burrow down, pull their blankets up over their head, and burrow down deeper into their beds. That's so true. I love that her analogy. The haters, yes, exactly, the haters. There is no vulnerability in groups. That's exactly right. There is no vulnerability in groups. Very, very little. In fact, it will be, Caroline Myss calls vulnerability in groups, it evolves into woundology. Like, oh, you had that happen to you? Well, I had like something even more and bigger and more traumatic, and all of a sudden everyone's climbing the scale to like the biggest trauma. Okay. Greater understanding, seeing yourself through God's eyes. Yes. Viewing others' darkness is a gift for us, for bringing out our light after meeting them at their darkness, untethered and untainted. Beautiful. Yes, and that's what I find is that the mystery school, that's what I find for each of us when we approach the promised land. The promised land is not a place. It's a state of being. It's a state of mind. It's like Christ is not the person. It's a state of mind. Hell is not a place. It's a state of being, a state of mind. Like this is all you. It's like, okay, Ram Dass tells this story about a samurai that goes to a monk. He sees this monk and he says to him very arrogantly, because he's the samurai, he's got like the power of the emperor in him. And he says, teach me of heaven and hell, monk. And he says it very arrogantly. And the monk sneers at him. Teach you? I couldn't teach you anything. Look at your clothes are dirty. I bet your sword isn't even sharp. You're probably a second-rate samurai, he says. And the samurai is like, Philip, nobody speaks to a samurai like that. He like pulls out his sword from his sheath. He's about to blow and chop the monk's head in half. And just as he's about to blow and bring the sword down, the monk says, that's hell. And he stops and he's like, oh my God, this little man just used me to teach me about hell. Used my own chemistry to show me hell. And he said, and he thought, he was so moved with reverence for this little monk. This monk practically gave his life to teach him this. That he was filled with love and reverence for this monk, and he sheathed his sword and he bowed. And the monk said, and that's heaven. And I love that. It takes heaven and hell that, the church spoke about, that I first learned about, that aren't places. They're states of mind. They're states of being. Absolutely. Okay, does anybody have any questions? That is heaven. Yes, I thought that was brilliant. I'm like, that's a brilliant story. I love that story. It just puts it in our own hands. It takes it from somewhere that's like unattainable into your own hands, into your own being. It's all you. It's all you. The angels and the demons, it's all us. One of my teachers, I put my Goetia deck away, and that was the Goetia deck. It's about the demonic stuff. And I put it away because I know that humanity, I kind of felt humanity's not quite ready yet there. And I think that's, it's like Margaret Wheatley, when she asked the Dalai Lama, she said, Margaret Wheatley does work with complex civilizations, and I don't remember what book that she wrote or books that she wrote, but she went to see the Dalai Lama when he was in the United States, and I think he was in Los Angeles. And she said, I feel like my work isn't impacting enough people. It's not helping enough people. And he said, don't worry. He said, your work will come into effect on the planet in about 750 years. And when I thought about that, I was like, oh my gosh, we're just scratching the surface of the Buddha. We're not even really understanding the teachings of Christ. Do unto others as you would have others do unto you. That's a mystical teaching. You know, there's a lot of people out there that can't practice that. They don't even understand that. They're like an unmanned fire hose, not even aware of themselves. They can't attain to higher dimensions mystical teachings. Okay, what is everyone saying? Okay. Yes, it's that time now. Yes. I've been struggling till Setso says, Joe, I've been struggling to find a career. Which career should I follow? At 16, UK Ryan says, you're right. Okay, so let's find out. What card deck am I going to use for this? Dragon deck. I'm going to use the dragon deck for this. Okay. Career for Tilsetso's career. Creator, great mystery. What career path should Tilsetso follow? Where are you guiding Tilsetso to be? What is the career path for Tilsetso, creator? Great mystery. What is the career path for Tilsetso? And I think in the summer I'm going to start holding some personal readings. I will advertise that. Okay, the cards are ready. Okay. Okay, so Five of Pentacles in reverse. So Tilsetso, you're coming into some acceptance about something in your life. Some sort of acceptance. You're no longer feeling, in some areas of your life, you're no longer feeling like you're not enough, like you're not good enough. You're starting to feel acceptance of your path, acceptance of who you are. Four of Coins in reverse. Yes, okay, and you're in the process of developing your force, establishing your force, your self-esteem, your soul work, your force within you upon this plane. You're in the process of this. The Knight of Wands. You are coming into some new territory. You're entering into a level of freedom. So you've left an area of your life that was confining. You're coming into a level of freedom, and I'm feeling this is more within you, having the freedom to explore more areas of who you are and what you're all about and what you want. Exploration, freedom, even excitement about your life. Oh, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so you are proving people wrong in your life. You've had people that saw you a certain way, maybe as somebody who was playing small or something, I'm not sure, but people had a certain prophecy, and prophecy is almost too strong of a word, it's such a loaded word, but they had misconstrued ideas about you, and you're proving everybody wrong. You've proved the people around you in your life wrong, or you are proving them wrong, even if they're not telling you. This could be one of this Queen of Wands that refuses to empower you. They're not telling you this, but you are. The cards are saying, your higher guides are saying, you're proving people wrong. And the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. You are still learning to use your energy very efficiently and responsibly. So what kind of a career path should you take? Can we get one more card for this, please, Creator? Eight of Swords in reverse. A career that does not confine you, a career that, and I know you're wanting like a very collapsed direction, but the cards are telling you that the direction is wide open, actually, because you're coming out of a place of very narrow, confined, maybe you didn't trust yourself, but you are now. You are now. You're coming into some new energy. So whatever career that I feel your guides and your higher spirit is calling you to is to a career that is not going to entrap you, make you feel small about yourself, make you feel confused about yourself, a career that will, where there's room for expansion, I hope that helps. Till Setso. Yes, you're very welcome, Mist. Does anybody else have any other questions? All right. All right, you guys. So I think I'm going to leave this here then. So thank you guys so much for tuning into this reading. It's been lovely. Not right now. Yes, it helps a lot. Okay, good. I'm so glad. Right on. Excellent. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. Mwah. I love you all so very, very much. And I'll probably have another reading next week, probably Tuesday or Wednesday, but I will announce it. Okay? Alrighty, you guys. You all take care. Oh. Jeffrey, is there any way to talk to you after? No, I'm not doing anything personal right now, Jeffrey. I will announce this in the future for personal readings. You're welcome to email me. You can find my email for Joe's Medicine Tarot on my main page. When you go to the main page, to the information, you'll see my email address down there. You can definitely email me, okay, for if you have any questions. I am really interested in doing so if possible. Alrighty, you guys have a great day. All right, you can feel free to email me, anybody, about any questions you might have, and but I will be announcing when I'll be doing personal readings, okay? And I'm pretty excited. Alrighty, you guys, you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you guys next week. Okay, bye. I come over here and turn it off. Okay.